Flipping skins in CS2 takes a lot of time and effort, but what if it didn't have to be that way? What if AI could actually flip skins for you? In today's video, we're going to be exploring if it's actually possible to use AI to get good flips, and this will either be the best or the stupidest thing that I have ever done. All of that right after a word from today's sponsor. SkinPlace is a platform where you can sell skins instantly and easily withdraw your money. All you need to do is log in with Steam, select the skins you want to sell, enter your withdrawal method, PayPal, cryptocurrency, and even more are available. And don't forget to use my promo code DNB to get a bonus on your first sale. The whole thing took me about 4 minutes to sell my skins, so it's actually really fast and reliable. Don't forget to use my code DNB. Follow the link to SkinPlace in the description and the pinned comment below. Right now, we're on the newest page on CS Float where most people do their flipping. And what I'm gonna do is actually take a screenshot of this page and send it to ChatGPT to ask it what the most profitable skin would be on this page. And whatever ChatGPT says to buy, I will end up buying. So I'll either make a lot of money really easily, or most likely I'll end up losing quite a bit. So I asked ChatGPT which skins on this page would be the best purchase to make profit. I told it to analyze float value, discount, and compare the skin to other marketplaces to make sure that it will be a profitable purchase. Now, it actually gave us a lot of information and it actually linked sources, which is the craziest thing. And it gave us a bunch of different categories, like the ones to buy, some that I could buy, but they would be a high risk, a summary, and I guess it's telling me what to do next. But what we're gonna do is look at these skins that it wants me to buy. So it's saying that I should buy the M4A4 Desert Strike for $8.92. But then here it says the market price in field tested averages from $6.62 to $5.06. And it's saying that this is 30 to 40% higher than the average price, or it is overpriced. And it's also telling me the same thing for the P90 virus. It's saying that it's listed for $5.96, but it is also overpriced. So I'm not exactly sure which one it wants me to buy, but I'm just gonna go ahead and buy this M4A4 Desert Strike. This M4 Desert Strike, I could probably sell it for around this amount, if not a little bit less. But if ChatGPT says to buy it, then I guess we're buying it. The cool thing about this is that it seems to actually search for Price Empire, which is pretty good, but at the same time, it's giving me bad advice. If you look here, it was actually looking on a lot of different websites for price references. So it looks like there weren't really any good listings on this page. It says that the best flip candidate I shouldn't buy because it is overpriced. And it says not profitable unless you can buy it around $4 to $4.50. But it's going for $5.54 right now, so this doesn't look like a good flip. Also right here, it's just telling me to avoid the Glock groundwater because it is overpriced. But to be honest with you, I actually think that ChatGPT did pretty good on this. It's not telling you to buy any skins that would lose you money. I kind of just bought that Desert Strike for an example and to see how it actually goes in a week when I do end up selling it. But the TLDR here is pretty good. The best pick would be the MP9 Sandstorm, but it's telling you to only buy it under $4.50. Yeah, right here it's telling you to skip it, and it's also telling you that no significant discount was shown on any other skins. ChatGPT is actually doing a pretty good job at this. So for the next page, it's actually giving me a different breakdown, and again it's telling me that none of these skins are actually worth buying. Then it's telling me to buy the overpriced skins only if they are below a certain price. Right here they kind of messed up and put float range when I think they meant to put price range, but that's honestly something I can look past. And right here it also gave us a TLDR, which is pretty good. So I would say that overall ChatGPT is actually a decent tool to use if you are new to flipping. Obviously you should take everything that it says with a grain of salt because ChatGPT isn't specifically trained for CS2 flipping obviously, and it could definitely get some things wrong. But from my experience, 2 out of the 3 times it actually gave pretty good advice. Now it is something to use where if you're confused on something, you can probably ask it. It would be a good resource, especially if you tell it to compare it to other marketplaces, because then it will go online and basically do your research for you. But again, you should do your own research all the time and definitely don't ever rely on ChatGPT. But I would say don't take the advice from me and just take it from the results. We're gonna fast forward a week and see how much profit we were able to get out of that M4 Desert Strike that we bought, and my personal prediction is probably that we will either break even or lose money.
2,000 years later.
I listed the Desert Strike for a little bit of profit at $9.33. Basically because I knew that it wasn't going to sell for that much. There's way cooler crafts going for way cheaper right now, and it just was not selling for that much. So I had to lower the price, and then I lowered the price even more. And then after about 3 days, I just lowered the price even more because this thing was taking forever to sell. So eventually I went to go break even, obviously minus fees, at $8.92, which is what I bought it for. That wasn't working, obviously. No one was buying the skin. And maybe if I would have had it listed for a couple of months, then someone would have bought it. But what I ended up doing is actually decreasing the listing to $6.50. And finally, then it actually sold. So we ended up losing about $2.42 on this flip, which comes out to around 27%. So this was not a good flip. Although, as I said before, ChatGPT actually gave some pretty useful information. So if you're new to flipping, I would recommend to try it out, but I would say not to rely on it. It will tell you sometimes when not to buy skins, but I wouldn't trust it when it tells you to buy skins, if that makes any sense. Obviously, use your own discretion. The lesson of this video, I guess, is that AI is clearly not advanced enough to flip for us. It looks like we're gonna have to do it by hand for just a little bit longer. By the way, guys, we now have our very own Discord server. You can join it from the description if you want to find people to trade with, teammates, or if you want to be a part of the community. I do giveaways in there all the time, so definitely make sure you join if you don't want to miss out on free skins. And there is a 94% chance that if you're watching this right now, you are not subscribed. So if you just checked and you aren't subscribed, make sure to hit that sub button so that you don't miss out on any future videos or giveaways.